How's it going, everybody? Chadley here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some very exciting news we might be getting next week, and I have a really good feeling about it. But basically, how I found out about this was through watching the Bordercast podcast that is streamed through the official Borderlands channel here on YouTube and also over on Twitch. They always kind of tease some things here and there, and overall, they just go through stuff with the game. And they also interview a lot of stream team members and stuff like that. So there's a lot of awesome people on the channel. But at the very end of today's podcast, they hinted at that next week, we are going to be getting a combination of the Bordercast and finally a Borderlands show.
It will be the crossover event that everybody's been waiting for. It will be the Bordercast, myself and Tess, with Greg Miller and Fran Mirabella III of the Borderlands show. The two shows are becoming one. 1 week only, next week. Plus a very, very special interview. This is the kind of thing where you probably want to tell everybody, like go tell Reddit and go tell all those places. It's a big deal. I ain't going to say anything else about it, but you want to make sure everybody's here next week. Between who we have as a guests and who we have for our interview, it's going to be a great show. That I can promise you.
And we're going to be finding out some new things. And in my opinion, I think they're going to be releasing the official trailers and announcements of DLC 4, which is incredibly exciting. A while back, Randy had hinted that DLC 4 is going to be based around Krieg, and then we've also received some other bits of news about it throughout the past few months, and it's definitely going to be Krieg related, and it looks like we're going inside the mind of Krieg, so that's going to be super, super cool. So I definitely think we're going to be getting a lot more insight just on the overall DLC. We're going to get a first look, maybe some gameplay. We will have to wait and see. And most importantly, a release date for that, which would hopefully be at like the start of September. They honestly might release it on the 1 year anniversary, September 13th. So I think that would be really, really cool, but we're just going to have to wait and see next week what they end up saying about that. They also hinted at some guests that they're going to have on the show. They didn't say who, but my guess is going to be a dev team member who has worked on DLC 4, or we might even get Randy Pitchford himself, because Randy, not too long ago on K6's stream, had hinted about a bunch of stuff for year 2 with the game. So DLC 4 is going to be the last of year 1 stuff, and he has said that there's going to be a lot more with year 2. So I do want to talk about what that year 2 stuff might be as well. So basically what I'm really hoping for year 2 is going to be a lot of endgame content. Right now, we've really only had the 2 takedowns, the Malamon and Guardian takedowns, but then that's been basically it for endgame content. If you want to count the trials as endgame content, they're there. They're really not even close to as challenging as the takedowns. But for year 2, I would love to see some headhunter packs or just more takedowns and traditional raid bosses. I think it'd be really cool if each headhunter had just like some sort of normal headhunter stuff, like a traditional raid boss. And then they also released more takedowns in the middle of that. Now, me personally, I'd be more than willing to pay a couple bucks for the headhunter packs. As long as they don't contain the takedowns. They always said the takedowns are going to be free. So if they kind of did a combination of releasing a couple more takedowns throughout the next year, and then also including headhunters with traditional raid bosses, I think that would be absolutely amazing. Because definitely one of the biggest complaints I see about Borderlands 3 is that there is no traditional raid bosses. Not everybody wants to run through a whole takedown. I personally absolutely love takedowns, so I would like more of those, but I would like a traditional raid boss here and there just for some general loot, especially if they made up new loot to be exclusive from obviously these takedowns, which always get the loot, but also if traditional raid bosses maybe got a weapon or two to be exclusive to them, I think that'd be awesome. It would add a ton of replayability to the game and overall just make this game be able to last a few more years, especially if maybe they get really crazy and decide to do 3 years of content, who knows. But after this first year, I don't think they're going to do any more just story DLCs like they have this year. So that's why I think year 2 is going to be focused on the endgame stuff, which a lot of people have been asking for. And hopefully they can end up meeting all of our wishes. And I'm really, really excited to see what we find out next week, Tuesday. But yeah, I just basically wanted to share what I have found out today. Hopefully next Tuesday we get some gameplay of DLC 4 and most importantly, a release date. I think those two things would create a lot of hype around the game and get a lot of people back into it, preparing for DLC 4, especially with the anniversary events going on right now. There's a ton of stuff to help you guys get more loot, money, iridium, all that kind of stuff going on over the next few weeks. And it's going to be a perfect lead up to DLC 4. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys hope to see next week and also what you hope for year 2 of content. Because like I said, Randy has hinted in K6's past streams that there will be a year 2 of content. And I would like to know what you guys would personally like to see. And hopefully we can end up getting that stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it to let me know. It really helps me out. If you guys want to see more Borderlands content, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys over on Twitch. We stream almost every night, right around 8 p.m. Central Time. But I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya!